you said the rap snacks in Louisiana. You said them motherfuckers wasn't all that you had, man. You said that you had the Migos. What was the flavor?
The Dabba Ranch.
Dabba Ranch, man. Sour cream and Dabba Ranch.
Sour cream and Dabba Ranch. And you said it was pretty average.
Yeah.
I should have had you bring me a bag of that shit, man.
Hey, you told me don't do it because I told you they wasn't worth it. You said, never mind, yeah.
He said, I'm gonna stick to the Munchos.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Munchos is the truth, though.
But
Plain as a bitch.
I found out some details about that shit, man. Turns out that Migos and them, they ain't care for it either when they first tested it.
For real?
Yeah, I found out that.
Damn.
You know, and OGs, you know, I know my girl, you remember when Rap Snacks used to be out back in the day. Lil Romeo and shit on there, and you know, then it went from Lil Romeo to Romeo. Like they had that nigga in different stages of him on them chips, bro. Like,
I feel like that nigga is Bow Wow.
He Bow Wow like the other one. He like the other one.
So is that the same nigga?
It's just like it's almost like it's either the little kid Uzi, you know, the one with the red hair. It's like if an old motherfucker say that, it's like the one with the red hair, he talking about Yachty.
Oh,
but
yeah.
them two is like
I swear,
tomato, tomato.
Bow Wow was the same nigga. I'd be like, why he keep transforming into Lil Romeo and then he be Lil Bow Wow? Like, what the fuck?
Uzi sound like a fucking like. It sound like it could be a kid show. Uzi and Friends, like all them colorful ass motherfuckers. They could just Uzi and Friends and have like a Tubby's ass. Uzi.
They would love that shit too. They probably
they'll go crazy, man. Our kids would be dumb as fuck off that shit.
Oh, he can't watch that.
Oh, hood, my kids can't watch shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, got hella off topic. The Rap Snacks, man, they used to be good. It's fucked up that shit, you know, bad these days. But moving on, man. I wanted to ask Chris about that bullshit scam job that you told me about a while ago, man. I forgot about it when you discussed it earlier.
Man, this damn job called Vector, man. They got my hopes up, sent me some bullshit in the mail, talking about I can get paid $17 an hour at 15. I was 15 years old, the motherfuckers told me I get paid $17 an hour.
With no work permit or nothing.
No, not a damn thing, nigga. So shit, I seen that shit. I hurried the fuck up and got ready for an interview. You feel me? No question. Fuck everything else. Like, I'm like, shit, I'm about to be able to support my mama. Shit. Do everything. 17 an hour, nigga? That's what we talking about.
That's fucked up.
I know grown motherfuckers that ain't getting paid that, nigga. I was ready.
So what happened?
Shit. You know, I told Dukes, you know, niggas wasn't even driving at the time, but I said, shit, for 17 an hour, I'm gonna have a car. You know, but shit. So I got ready for that shit, and you know, the interview day came. Right before the interview, I was on the phone with a lady. I thought it was a robot at first. You know, they like to send you the answering machines and shit. I'm on the phone with a real lady, so I'm like, okay, this shit legit. Like, let's get it. Nigga, the day come, all dressed up, you know, new shoes, new everything. I'm ready. Haircut. You know, I pull up to that shit. It's a building full of other companies and shit in it. So I go in that bitch. You know, my mom waiting in the parking lot, you know. 15 at the time, so I go in that bitch, I'm looking around, I open the door, you know, to the company, it's not nobody in sight, it's a ghost town, no desks, no nothing, you know, no, just phones on the ground, cuz, like they was just getting started, feel me, nothing, not a soul in that bitch, doors creaking, it start getting awkward, so I'm like, fuck it. 17 an hour, I gotta fire somebody. Like, I'm getting an interview. Like, shit, I'm ready. Like, what's the fuck going on? And if I'm not mistaken, I think that shit said $17.52. What a weird number to pay somebody an hour, right? You know, yeah, $17.52.
So that really made you feel like it was legit. Because if they said 17 an hour, you would have been like, this fake as fuck.
I said 52.
Nigga, that shit gonna add up to an extra $1 when that shit double,
yeah,
nigga.
Let's rack this shit up then. You know, so I was walking around that bitch and, you know, long story short, you know, I started exploring that bitch, going into rooms I probably shouldn't even have been in, but I'm trying to find a human in this bitch. You know, like, I talked to somebody, so I'm like, where the fuck they at? Nigga. And that bitch exploring for about 15 minutes. I came out the Duke. She said, you done already? I said, I ain't see nobody. She said, what? You know, I said, we drove far as fuck. This job was out the way. out the way as fuck, my nigga, like somewhere, you know, and she was like, well, just come on then. I'm like, I'm about to go check again, nigga. I went to go check the same motherfucking place I just left because I'm like 1752. That's all that kept replaying in my mind. I said, I'm about to be able to take care of the world. I thought I was gonna be rich, so I went back in that bitch. I still ain't find nobody. I found some dark ass rooms and shit, and I heard machines and shit working. I'm like, damn, somebody could assassinate me in this bitch. Like, what if I'm getting set up now?
On everything.
So I took my phone out and started recording this shit. Like, hey, I just got hustled for time. Can't get that back, But I left that bitch, and I tried to call the number back that I talked to. I talked to a lady, and that shit didn't even ring no more. Like, that shit didn't exist. So I was like, damn, somebody probably tried to assassinate me or something. I don't know. It was just a bunch of bullshit, but
that's some real scam shit.
I was on that shit so hard, 1752 was calling my name. I thought I was about to be a rich motherfucker at 15. You wasn't gonna be able to tell me shit. They thought otherwise. But then they sent some other motherfuckers that same shit. So I just wanted to save lives at that point. Like, don't go to that shit. I don't know what niggas planning.
That's fucked up, man. Recently, I had my own experience with some scam job. They told me come up there, hoping it's not a scam, because I'm still about to go ahead and follow through with this shit, because, I look at the reviews of this job, and it's a 3.5 average of the stars. And it's either it's getting 1 star or it's getting 5 stars. You got motherfuckers that fuck with it, and it could be people from their company.
Right.
And you got people who hate it. People who saying this shit is a scam. That shit had me so fucking mad because it just had me feeling like, alright, I just wasted my gas going out here 3 days and shit, But I gotta tell y'all more, it's far as fuck out the way, out in the outskirts of the city. Outskirts of the outskirts. To make a long story short, so go out there and shit, and tell my mom about the job, feeling excited, had to wear a tie and shit the last 3 days. She said, is it paid training? Because, basically, her husband told her his son worked at a job like this, and it fucked him over. So now I'm fucked over with that job and shit, so it's a lot of scam jobs out there. Y'all make sure y'all be safe, Look at the on everything. Look at the reviews of y'all jobs. Y'all see some interesting shit. Like, that's my whole point. Like, search up shit, try to figure out what y'all getting into, because, you don't know if you're getting set up or whatever, shit be crazy out here, but sadly, I feel like I could end up making damn near, like, you see how you said that 1750?
52.
52? Yeah, 52. I feel like I might as well, try to at least give it another shot, and just, because at least it was motherfuckers in there. That's my whole point. Yeah. At least there's motherfuckers in there. But moving on, did y'all hear about that new NFL rule?
Nah, I stopped fucking with NFL after you
didn't
fuck
give
Marshawn Lynch the ball on the 1 yard line. But that's another story, you feel me? But yeah, that was some bullshit. I quit watching. I stopped fucking with NFL after that. Like, I didn't feel that shit, dude. Like,
well, I do want to discuss. Even though I hate the NFL on some for real shit. Yeah. They basically made the new rule where you can't take a knee out there. You basically, if you don't want to. Stand for the national anthem, you just stay in the locker room. In the upcoming season, you just stay in the locker room. So I feel like that's some bullshit, but it's fucked up. They try to take your voice away and shit, and I'm hoping that it's still somebody out there that go ahead and take that fine.
Like, fuck it, what you feel me? Like, what can you do?
Trump ended up saying some bullshit too. On top of that, like, oh yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. They shouldn't, even be in this country if they feel like that and all that type of bullshit, but so much fucked up rights going on with black people. You can't just be about that shit, It's just protesting. There's not no disrespect to the fucking flag. People keep on getting that shit misunderstood. But I want to move on. I hope that y'all seen how Mario Chalmers commented on that picture
Yeah, I said, this lying ass nigga.
Hey man, that shit was so funny. He commented on that picture, and he commented on the picture of the think it was a pass way through to LeBron, and they look,
he want autograph.
Yeah, you know, and they look like a fucking perfect picture if y'all search it up. What's the? Well, you said it's the shit that
It's a classic Miami Heat moment when Bron and Wade was together, and I think somebody had threw a full. No, I think either it was a full court pass. I'm not sure how the play planned out, but it looked like Wade had like threw an alley up to Bron, and he caught it. And you know the picture captures Bron dunking in the air or in the midst of dunking while Wade got his hands open. It's a dope ass picture. You know, if you look it up, I'm pretty sure you can find it. You know, if you look up them type of words, you know, Wade and Bron, you know, live together, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, Google got its ways to find this shit.
Right.
This bum ass nigga Mario Chalmers wanted to be relevant and say, yeah, that came off of my steal.
Yeah,
nigga, steal was never formed. What? You know, like
they exposed the fuck out. I'm glad to that reporter who exposed them, you know. But you know, he comment on there and comment on the fucking picture, one his fucking credit, and it's really just typical Mario, because at the same time you look back at the players that LeBron have gotten into it with on court. Is it only him?
It's him, Tristan.
It's them type of niggas. Them type of niggas. I don't think he got into it like visibly with Love though. Not like
that nigga played some soft ass defense. I think he cussed.
He
him
probably
out.
Like cussed at him and shit, but he wasn't. It wasn't no back and forth.
Yeah.
Back
It's them type
and forth,
of niggas, like you said.
Yeah. You know, it's always them type of niggas. You know, so I just thought that's kind of funny how he got exposed on. You know, somebody actually finding that play, and how he gonna say he got the steal for that play to happen, but. Turns out he was on the bench clapping the whole fucking time. Congratulations. You fucking played your fucking self. Another situation that happened like about a week or 2 weeks ago. It's a 25-year-old that ended up posing to be a high schooler. Excuse me. To basically chase his hoop dreams. That sound fucking hilarious. Sound like a Juwanna Man type of scenario. You know, but
where was this nigga located at? Like,
man, I can't remember off the top of my head. I know breakfast.